Hey guys, so I am here with baby Yari. Say hi everybody. So Yari is a toddler reborn baby, and when I first started out, I never had a toddler. I think the first toddler that I got was like maybe 2 years ago, and I was just not into the toddlers. But since I've made Yari, I first made Mookie, and I realized that dressing her could be fun. But then I always wanted this particular sculpt because it reminds me of when I was a kid, because I was a little fat, little chubby kid. So I decided that I would make this one over myself and paint it myself. So I did. So I made Yari, and she's a baldy right now because she's waiting on hair. But over time, your taste may change with, you know, what you like and what you want in your collection. I think it's just, you know, you get bored or you want to try something different and you find that you actually enjoy it. But when you're getting ready and you're looking for your first reborn or your first silicone or your first, you know, your first doll, lifelike doll, you are like kind of overwhelmed when you're looking through everything. You're looking through eBay, you're looking through Facebook, you're on Instagram, and you're seeing all these great babies. You see preemies that look, you know, so cute and realistic, and you think, oh, that's a fun size to some people. Some people think, whoa, that's too small. Then you have the newborn, and it's like, oh, they're so baby and look like they just came home from the hospital. And then some people are like, finding clothes are not going to be that fun for them. Or I really love the ones that I can just hold. And then you have the in-betweens, which is like the 3 to 6 months that are kind of cute to dress, yet still, you know, small enough for you to hold and cuddle with. And then you jump up to the toddlers, and you have the stand-in toddlers that you can stand around your house, and you have the ones that, you know, like Yari, she has bent legs, so she doesn't really stand. I could have switched her legs out and had her stand, but I preferred her sitting. So you have those, and it's like trying to figure out what you want to do, and then to flip it all up and mix it up even more. Then you have the silicone, and the silicone is more squishy and floppy, and they're full body and anatomically correct, so they're great for role playing and changing diapers, and they can wear just about anything. You don't have to worry about the cloth showing. So those, and then you want to think about that, and then you think price come into play as well. So it's kind of overwhelming as a newbie. It's kind of overwhelming trying to decide what you want. I say first thing you want to do is kind of map out what it is exactly that you want to collect the doll for. Why are you wanting to pursue this hobby? Why are you looking to join this emotional up and down community? Why is it that you want to collect these pieces of art? Because in the end, they're all pieces of art, handmade art. So if it's for you want to dress your baby up, you want to make them look cute, you know, I suggest the bigger babies are a lot fun. The smaller babies are fun, and you can find things, but I know that it's more of a variety in the bigger babies. If you want to do the holding and cuddling, of course you want to probably go with a more smaller baby. But, you know, of course, it's going to be all on preference. Now, for me, I've found that silicones can look as real as, or even more real than, reborns. But the majority will probably beg to differ with my opinion on that. It just depends on what you've been exposed to and what you've seen, on what your opinion will be on that. Some people tend to lean towards the reborns for that. Now, reborns are There's a toss-up between which one is more durable, which one is more sturdy. I prefer to dress my silicones more than I do my reborns, but that's just me. I just think that the silicone just can handle it a little bit more, as far as with the clothes rubbing up against the paint and all that stuff. Now, I know I'm gonna say a whole lot of stuff and you're gonna be like, oh my god, like I'm so confused. Or you may, I hope that I don't make you even more confused than you were before you started watching the video. But the truth of the matter is they're all very expensive pieces of art, and they have to be handled gently and with care. They all can be fun, they all are lovable, and they're great to have, but you just want to find what works for you. Like I said, originally I did not like the bigger babies, but I found with Yari, I am definitely enjoying dressing this little girl up. She has some clothes that I can't wait to put her in, and then shoes and stuff like that. So that part can be very fun. You can dress them like big girls and big boys, and you can do a lot of stuff. And like I said, when she gets her hair, which will be very soon, she will be able to, like, she'll be able to wear and do her, I'll be able to do her hair in all different types of styles. But if you're looking for something that's, you know, more soft and everything, then you're going to want to lean towards the silicone. Now, you can have the best of both worlds, and if you want to pose your babies and it's going to be more display for you and all that great stuff, and you're not really worried about it being anatomically correct and full body and putting it in the water and all that stuff, a partial silicone is absolutely great for that, because you get the soft limbs, you get the, you know, the little squishy mouth and face that you could put the pacifier in without having to modify it, which is definitely one of my things I saw on somebody's channel, was speaking of that's the part that they hate about the hobby, is modifying the pacifiers with the magnets. And that has always been my, you know, one of the things that I don't like, but it's necessary. But that's the thing that drove me to the silicone baby. So yeah, so you'll get that, but you'll have the cloth body, and they'll be, you know, they'll be posable and, you know, cuddly and all that great stuff. So I really honestly equally enjoy the partial silicone babies as I do the full bodies, because I feel like I get the best of both worlds. It's like having a reborn silicone. I don't know, does that make sense? Like cat dog. I don't know, but I don't know why I had to say that. That didn't really go, but I don't know, it just, you know how I do. But yeah, so, you know, a lot of people say, you know, which one is better than the other one. Well, there's really no better than the other, because there are some people that do not like silicone, and there's some people that do not like reborns. I know some doll collectors that collect only silicone babies, and I know some that collect only reborns, but it's very few. Usually people have their preference, but they still have both in their collection. Why? Because reborns are kind of irresistible for you not to end up with one, because they come out with so many different faces and so many different, you know, sizes and styles, that you just tend to end up falling for one eventually. So yeah, so that is, you know, you just want to decide what you want to do. If you're looking for, and the full bodies can be as cuddly as reborns if you get the ones with the squishy tummy, or very soft. They can be just as cuddly, in my opinion. But reborns are more affordable. And so reborns, a good reborn, unless you get lucky like I did with Tommy, they will start you anywhere from $500 to, I don't know, maybe $1,500, $2,000. I wouldn't pay over $1,000 for one, but that's just my opinion. Unless it's got to be like a one-of-a-kind, spectacular, I can't never get it again, oh my god, it looks like my child, or I don't know, something. It has to be something extravagant, or a toddler. Now toddler is different. Toddlers are going to cost you maybe in the 2,000 range if it's really a spectacular one and done by somebody phenomenal. So that is the price range. So let's just say on an average you're going to spend between $500 to $1,000 on a reborn, whereas in a partial you're going to spend anywhere from, I want to say for a nice one, $1,500 to up to $3,000 for a partial. They used to be around $1,500 to $2,000, but now they're between $1,500 to $3,000. There are some that's more, that's going up into $4,000, and I think for me that's a little bit much, because then you're over into full body range. A full body silicone body, full body silicone baby is going to range you between for a decent, like you're talking like Laura Tusa Ross and Lorna Melisand's and stuff like that, or artists like that. You're going to start at $3,200 and then up to $10,000-15,000 for full body silicone, going from, with the clear tellers, second hand market is usually between if it's the newer ones, you're looking at like anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000, and then the newer ones are going to start you from $6,500 to like $11,000 or $12,000 for, that is like the clear teller range. Now I've heard that Romies, I'm not 100% sure on this, but from what I hear from people that I know that have them, they've spent directly from Romy, and not auction style. Auction style can go up to God knows what with her babies, get pretty high, anywhere from $9,000 up to like $16,000, and that's the Romy Stridum range. Joanna K, I think, falls in between $4,000 to $7,000 or something like that. I think Anne Hung is around the same as Claire Taylor price, so it's like $8,000 to $10,000. At least that's what the public figures look like. So I'm just running numbers out there now. Don't quote me. Don't go to the artist and say, well, MsSerenity said you charge. No, I'm just telling you what I've seen from the sales and stuff like that. So these dolls can be very expensive. Now a lot of people ask, are they kid friendly? And my answer would be, that's going to be a personal choice as well, the maturity of your child and how much you can tolerate if they destroy like a $500 doll. If you're okay with that, then that's okay, because kids, you know, sometimes they take a marker to them dolls, sometimes they, you know, they pull out hair, they poke out eyes, you know, and if it's silicone, my gosh, they could rip, tear, anything, you know. So you might want to start them out like at a $300 range doll or something like that, but it's up to you. Like, and then I see like teenagers that have channels, like Young Reborn Mommy. She's I think she's almost 17 now. I've watched her for a couple years. She's like growing up, and she's gotten her silicone this year, but she has been a reborn mommy, you know, a little reborn teen mommy for a long time. And there's controversy around, should you give your kids these type lifelike dolls, or is it going to make them want kids? And my answer is no, but that's just my opinion, but that's a topic for another day. But yeah, so I think overall, just take your time. That is number one. Take your time. Make sure it's something that you absolutely is drawn to, and don't just grab it because, oh my God, this is, you know, such and such, and I can get a, you know, whatever big name artist doll. No, get something that pulls at your heart, that you like, that it's familiar to you, that, you know, something about it just makes you like it. Let me pull her skirt down. I mean her dress. So she has this little dress, And just for the record, for all you guys, you fashionistas out there, I'll tell you what little Miss Yari is wearing. Say, I have on a Gymboree little pink bunny hair hat and a little sweater dress from Gymboree, and it has a puppy on it, I think, or a kitten. That might be a cat, I don't know, but I like to make my cats puppies because I'm not a cat person, so I changed them all. I pretend they're all dogs, okay? Don't judge me. And then she has on some little tights that also came from Gymboree. And by the way, all this stuff was definitely on clearance. And then the little boots that I found as well from Gymboree. So she's just Gymboree'd out. So that is what she is wearing. So I painted her myself. She's painted and textured and waiting for eyebrows and hair. So I typically don't like to do the eyebrows right away until I decide on hair and, you know, the hair color and everything. But with her, I'm pretty much waiting because I may ask my daughter to draw them on for me because I don't do that great with eyebrows. So I didn't want to mess her up. So that is that, and thanks for watching. I will do more videos such as this. I know some of you guys are veterans at this and probably are better at it than me, but I just wanted to share my spiel on it because I know a lot of people are looking, and I have another topic waiting for you guys, and I'll be back, and this time I'll be back with a silicone baby. So stay tuned. See you guys the next time. Cha-cha now. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell. Oh, and leave me a comment. Bye. Yari, say bye.